and welcome to Lawndale Lifestyle, the show about everything health and wellness in Lawndale. I'm your host, Christine Bou Sleiman. In classrooms across the country, when students hear the bell ring at 3 o'clock, it signals the end of the school day, but for many, the start of an afternoon with little to no supervision, no direction, or productive activities. Today we're going to hear about after-school programs and how they incorporate nutrition and physical activity into their program. And with me today is Karen Cantrell, consultant for after-school programs. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you. Can you tell us the importance of after-school programs and what role they play?
Well, it's just like you said, at 3 o'clock every day when the bell rings, we have all these students that end up going home with no supervision. They're playing video games, they're eating hot Cheetos, and that's the time when a lot of crime happens as well after school. So after-school programs are very important for students to be able to, number one, complete their homework, but to have a safe and secure place to be until their parents pick them up.
And can you tell us about your program, the Healthy Behaviors Initiative, and what it's all about?
Sure. The Healthy Behaviors Initiative was instituted in the year 2004 by the Center for Collaborative Solutions in conjunction with the California Department of Health, trying to fight the obesity epidemic in our country for students. And so what they decided that the best marketplace would be after school, because we have the time that they don't have during the school day, but we have the time in the afternoon. So the Healthy Behaviors Initiative also has a guidebook that was developed by Dr. Andy Fletcher. There's 6 practices in it. And what we do, last year we had 5 local learning communities that we work together from San Bernardino to Santa Maria, California. And RAP happened to be one of the programs as well. And so what we do is we really work with staff every month and go through one of the practices. And they're all about youth development, they're all about food security. When I first heard the word food security years ago, I was like, what does that mean? My food is secure in the refrigerator? But food security is all about our students having enough food to eat. And we all know that that's not the case. And so how do you help programs understand that food security is really important to their parents and to their students? So how do you connect them with food banks? How do you let them know what's going on in the community? What about the farmers markets that are going on? And also we work with them on nutrition. What's good nutrition? And physical activity. I don't know about you, but my grandson spends 24/7 playing video games, okay? So this way, every day, students are required to have 30 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity, and we really go over nutrition. You know, what is good nutrition? The program has go foods and no foods. So, you know, what are the go foods? Oatmeal, fruits, vegetables. We're trying to really educate them on how they can change their eating habits. How do you read food labels? You know, I was working with a middle school, and that girl had a bag of hot Cheetos. I said, do you have hot Cheetos? She said, no. I said, I know you do. And she said, yeah, I do. And so she took out the bag. I said, let's read the label. I said, how many servings are in there? And she goes, 9. I said, did you eat the whole bag? Well, not all of it. I said, well, how many calories? So let's look at the sodium. If you ate this whole bag, how many milligrams of sodium is in each serving? So it was over 1,000 milligrams. Well, how many milligrams of sodium can you have a day? And she goes, I don't know. I said, let's look it up on the web. 1,000 milligrams. I said, you can't have salt the rest of the day. You've had what you're supposed to have. It's just making them aware. And when we make students aware, they make their parents aware of. They'll go to the grocery store and say, oh, you need to buy that kind of oil. That's a better kind of oil. Oh, Mom, I'd rather have an apple than this cookie over here. Does it mean that they can't have pizza once in a while, or they can't have, you know, a donut once in a while? No. But it's just really making programs and students understand how important it is for their well-being, and it's a lifestyle change. We're trying to change their lives. It's not just a semester worth, it's for life.
So this is great that after-school programs are incorporating nutrition.
Yes.
So what is the actual process to become a designated site, and what do they have to go through?
Well, like I said, we have a guide that they go through, and we meet once a month and go through each practice, and then we go visit a site. And then we give feedback to that site. Wow, that was great. You know, your physical activity is wonderful. All your kids were moving, you know, moderate to vigorously. Or we'll say, did you notice over here that this wasn't happening? You know, you had a whole group of students standing. It's like kickball. Kickball, one student's throwing the ball, one student's kicking the ball, and the rest of them are standing around. We want them to be doing activities that they're all moving at one time, that they're all moving, they're not just sitting. So, does that answer your question? Yeah.
And how many school sites have been designated? Is this a state level,
national?
Last
month, we did the last one that we have right now, which makes 31 across the state.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really great. It's, and what can happen with programs that have been certified by the state of California is that they can go after other funding because they have this certification and their Healthy Behaviors Initiative site.
And how does a school sign up or become a site?
We
Can
usually,
anyone just, request to be a site?
They could, but we would have to look at them and make sure that they have everything that they need to have, that their attendance is there, that they're meeting, what they need to meet for the state, and that they really want to do this, and that they're going to buy into it. A lot of times, this last year, we've had a couple of sites, and before as well, where staff have changed, so it makes it very difficult because the next person coming on, you have to get them on board and then get the staff all on board. But it works. It's great. It's great to see.
Yeah.
It's great to see programs when you first go and you're asking them about nutrition and physical activity, and you go back the next time and you see it's a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And we provide coaching for them as well. We go out and visit the sites in between when we're meeting every month.
Do any stories stand out from before and afters at any school site, or things that you've heard from either the staff or students?
The staff up where I was last month, the girl came to me and she said, in this last year, I have been able to get on my pants that I couldn't wear a year ago. And she said, I eat Subway most of the time, vegetable and healthy. And she said, I am almost at the weight that I was 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
That was huge. That was huge. And a majority of staff at sites end up losing weight as well. Because one of the first things we ask them to do is to make a policy that there's no fast food allowed on campus or sodas. And that goes for staff too. So, staff's running in from their other job and they have to have lunch. They can't bring fast food or sodas.
Yeah. So is the main incentive for schools to sign up for the possibility of future funding? And
Absolutely. Future funding and making a difference for their children's lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So where can people go to find out more about the Healthy Behaviors Initiative?
Oh, thank you for asking me that. They can go, the website is ccscenter.org, and they can find out all kind of information about the Healthy Behaviors Initiative and all the sites in the state that are on there as well.
Well, thank you so much. It
Oh,
sounds
you're
like an
welcome.
exciting program. I
It
hope more
is.
after-school programs sign on.
It is. We're trying to work with the state right now to get funding from the state so we can have more programs.
Great.
Yeah, and then bring it to other states as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back. My next guest is Stephanie Batiste-Williams, RAP Program Supervisor for the Lawndale Elementary School District. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about the RAP after-school program and what kind of programs you offer?
Okay. Well, the RAP Expanded Day Learning Program has several components. One is homework time. We have various clubs. Some include gardening, journalism, dance, and currently in our summer program we have guitar.
Oh, wow.
Another component is our STEM-based curriculum. It's the academic portion of our program, and we have nutrition, literacy, and fitness.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And is the program offered year-round?
It is.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the nutrition and physical activity components and what you've incorporated into your program?
Okay, so recently we've taken on the challenge to become a Healthy Behaviors Initiative Learning Center, which means we exemplify the HBI practices, and our site will be a hub for other after-school programs to come and see how HBI is incorporated into program and learn some best practices.
That's great. So how does that look in your actual program as far as what types of things that you have to do to show that you are meeting their nutrition and physical activity standards?
Well, basically, we had to weave HBI practices and principles throughout every component of our program. So for instance, if we are doing our MindWorks, which is our STEM-based curriculum, we would have to somehow connect it to health and nutrition. For our clubs, same thing. Our program leaders use these things called explosion charts, where they brainstorm ideas to make sure they incorporate physical activity, nutrition ed, STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. We also make sure that the kids are exercising 30 minutes every day after school, vigorous physical activity. We have the gardening program, which we've partnered with our district's gardening master, where she goes out and takes the students and my staff into the garden and teach them the way of the land, pretty much. We also have a nutrition literacy component. Each week, the students are learning about nutrition facts, how to read labels. This in our summer programming, they're using iPads to research different aspects of health. Like today, they learned what GMOs are, and they compared and contrast genetically modified organisms with organic fruits and veggies. So
That's
those are
great.
some of the things we're doing.
So are there a couple sites that are already recognized or been designated as a HBI site in Lawndale?
Right now, only Billy Mitchell
Okay.
is recognized as a Healthy Behaviors Learning Center. There are 3 other sites that are incorporating the practices into their program, and hopefully they can be recognized as a HBI Learning Center also.
That's so exciting and
Yeah,
great
it
for the
is.
kids.
Yes, absolutely.
So have there been any results or any kind of anecdotal information from students or parents or even staff now that you guys have incorporated these changes?
Well, actually, you know, when you take on such a big undertaking, it changes the culture of program. So my staff now are working out together. You see them bringing bottles of water instead of their Starbucks cups. And they're modeling the behavior we desire of the students, so, which is a plus. They say kids learn more from what they see as opposed to what you tell them.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so that's an important component of making sure that HBI is successful in program, is modeling the behavior. We had a parent share that her child lost 2 pant sizes.
Wow.
And this was a parent that complained frequently about her kid having to work out every day.
Like not wanting them to?
Not
or just
one, like, you know, she's going home complaining,
Yeah.
Mom, we have to run laps every day. And Mom calls me and shares, you know, my child is why. And I explained to her the benefits. And the kids also learn about the benefits and how childhood obesity is an epidemic in our society. And so Mom got it, and then she started seeing the results, and she shared with us, you know what, Miss Stephanie, I shouldn't have been complaining, and thank you.
Wow.
You know, so something else interesting that's happening in terms of impact is that every year the state requires the 5th graders to take the Fitnessgram. And so recently my staff was trained by our PE specialist, Mr. Latarrin, on the Fitnessgram activities or exercises. We've incorporated that into our warm-up and cool-down for our HBI workout daily. And along with running a mile, the kids have to run a mile. And it turns out that over 55% of the students that participate in our program, in a RAP program, are passing the Fitnessgram with flying colors. So
Wow, that's amazing.
that's awesome. You know, it makes all the hard work worth it.
That's just the added benefit of the wrap before and after school program.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for taking on this challenge and trying to get the students even more healthy. That's really exciting.
Thank you. I have a social responsibility to make sure the kids are healthy.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back right after this.
Small changes can make a big difference when it comes to losing weight or maintaining a healthy weight. For example, a proper portion of fish is 3 ounces, about the size of your palm, a deck of playing cards, or your cell phone. To learn more about why portion size matters and for healthy eating tips, visit choosehealthla.com.
Now it's time for us to find out what amazing new recipe Chef Lissette has in store for us today.
Hi, welcome to Lawndale Lifestyle. My name is Chef Lissette, and today I have 2 helpers, my buddy Danny over here, and also my friend Amy. So today we're going to be making turkey tacos. The recipe is actually called turkey tacos verdes because there's a lot of green in this, including a green sauce that is a salsa that's made out of tomatillos. They're related to tomatoes, but you may have seen them before. They look like they're little paper lanterns with this little green thing floating inside. They're very flavorful. You can have them raw, but usually they're cooked in Mexican cooking, at least traditionally. And this has also some cilantro in it, a little bit of lime juice, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple. A little bit of water too to cook it off. So additionally, we have tomato, we have a little bit of butter lettuce, some cilantro, and some red bell pepper, just to give it a little color. And we also have a little bit of lime juice because I'm a fan of the limes, and we're using corn tortillas, which are a whole grain, so that way, you know, you can make sure that you're getting your fiber in. It'll help you remove cholesterol from your body, plus it's also more filling, so it helps satisfy you a little better. So before we started recording, I started off the turkey. The thing with turkey and also any sort of poultry item, you want to make sure that you cook it until it's not pink anymore, because otherwise you run the risk of getting salmonella, which will cause food poisoning and make you incredibly ill. We want to stay away from that. No more of that. So just make sure that when you purchase it, firstly, that it's cold, that it hasn't been sitting out for a really long time. You get it home as soon as you can, maybe carry an ice pack with you, that'll work too. And additionally, what you do is when you get it home, put it in the fridge right away. When it's time to cook, pull it out and cook it immediately. If you need to defrost it, if it was frozen for instance, defrost it in a bowl under a little bit of running water, cold running water, not hot, because it'll cook it, it'll change the texture, plus the bacteria in it can grow and make you sick. So you can do that, or even better, put it in the fridge the night before you plan on using it in just a bowl, and it'll defrost on its own a few days before if it's more than a pound or so. So we started it off. What we're gonna do, it's just, I think it's 91% lean. So try to go for 91 to 95% lean. Just note, it's gonna be different from cooking, for instance, ground beef like you would use in a burger, because it has a lot less fat, which means it's healthier for you. It's got less saturated fat, which is good, but it also means it will dry out a lot more quickly. So with that in mind, what we're gonna do is we're adding a little bit of the green sauce to it. It'll also give it some more flavor though in this case, which will work out for us. So we're just gonna add that, and we're also gonna add a little bit of seasoning. So, we're adding a little bit of taco seasoning, only a little bit because it can be pretty high in salt. Check out, you know, the nutrition fact label to make sure where we're at. We're also adding a little bit of extra onion and garlic powder because we want to make it really flavorful. So we're just going to mix it up. It takes about 5 minutes or so to cook the meat. So it's about 3 minutes in, and we're just going to kind of let it do its thing for right now. We heated up tortillas earlier and we put them in this warmer so they would stay warm. With the taco, no cold tortillas. It really doesn't taste particularly good, and it pulls from the experience. So Amy, if you could do me a favor, could you pull out a tortilla? We'll start with one. I'm gonna go ahead and finish mixing this guy up while you do that. All right, so this is pretty good. If you look at it really closely, you're gonna see that there's no pink in the meat, which is really important. If you have a thermometer, you can always use a food thermometer to check the temperature on this. It needs to be cooked to 165 to prevent any sort of food-related illnesses. So this is looking pretty good. pretty cooked. How does it smell, guys? We good? Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna add a little bit to our taco. So we're gonna bring it over here. It's really hot. I'm just gonna kind of put it in the center. And see, it's a small taco. Like the tortilla is rather small, so you can't fit a lot of protein on here, which is okay. You can just have a few more, and then with all the vegetables, it's gonna really help fill you up. So do you want to help me assemble the taco? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's start with the tomato. Could you just put a little bit on there, however much you like? Awesome. Cool, so you like a lot of tomato. How about the bell pepper? All right. So you can always cook the bell pepper. You can saute it for a few minutes, but my friends like the taste of a crisp, fresh bell pepper, so we're doing it this way. And a little bit of lettuce. Awesome. How about some cilantro? Mm-hmm. Do you like cilantro? Yeah. However much you want. Go for it. Sweet. I like you. I like your style. Cilantro is very, very flavorful and delicious. Okay. Did you want to add some lime juice to it too, or no? Just a little bit. It's going to help enhance the flavor. So that'll make it kind of pop a little more. Awesome. And that's something you can also serve on the side so the kids can do it themselves, or they can do the whole thing just like Danny's doing. All right. And do you want to add some green sauce or no? No. No green sauce? Okay. It's a little too much spice for him. All right. So that taco is all done. You want to eat it? You can eat it. You're welcome. Oh, you're so sweet. He's such a sweet brother. So that's it, guys. It takes about 7 minutes total to make this recipe, and you can have the kids assemble it themselves, so that way it can be kind of a family activity. Plus, you know, then you only have to worry about cleanup. But don't worry, Amy, you're gonna help me clean. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Chef Lissette always gives us amazing recipes that are quick and easy and delicious too. But good food needs to be balanced with some good exercise. So let's get up and get moving with Coach Latarrin.
Thanks, Christine. We know that nutrition is good for the body, but also physical activity is also good for the body. So let's get off the couch and do a 5-minute instant recess. Come on, let's go. Let's go ahead and start marching our feet. We're gonna warm up with a 5-minute instant recess real quick. Let's go ahead and take the chin down, up, down, up. Let's take the neck back, forward, back, forward. Let's do it to the side, get the good stretch out, middle, side, middle, side, middle, other side, middle. Very good. All right, what we're gonna do now is start alternating the shoulders. You're gonna start with your left shoulder and up and across. There you go. Make sure you alternate it. Make sure it comes up very high. Good. You guys ready? Let's count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the feet moving. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like you're doing a backstroke, kind of feels like that way. All right, so next step we're gonna do is we're gonna start what is called a sun salute. So the sun salute is from the African dance. It's a pretty cool dance. And so what you're gonna do is take a step back and back to your original space. Kind of back to the original space. Back to the original space, back to the original space. So as soon as you got that, we want to start moving it fast. Good. You guys see that? All right, so what we're gonna do with the hands is bring the hands up every time we step back, just like that. Good. You guys see that? Awesome. All right, speed it up. Good. Everybody got that? Let's go ahead with the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Let's go ahead and march out our feet. That was very good. All right, what we're gonna do now, it's called gather the harvest. So what you do now is you want to bend at the waist, just like that. And you're gonna take a step out and gather the harvest here. Take a step out, get out of the harvest. Good. Make sure you're getting a low squat in there. Get out of the harvest. Get rid of the harvest. Good. Let's speed it up. Try to keep up with me. You guys doing it great. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and march it out. That was a good stretch in our legs. All right, what we're gonna do now, it's called like a hug. And you're gonna here and bring it in. Out, bring it in. Out, bring it in. We're doing large movements today. Good, let's speed it up. Good. Make sure you squeeze the back every time the arms go out. Good. Let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's march it out. All right, what we're gonna do now is cool down. Let's take the neck down, up, down, up. Let's take the head back, forward, back, forward. Let's alternate the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Spread the feet. Do a couple of breaths. As the arms go up, inhale. Arms go down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Very good, everybody. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time.
After-school programs are filling the invaluable role of providing essential services, such as a safe environment for students, academic enriching programs, healthy snacks and meals, and nutrition and physical activity opportunities. To find out more about the Healthy Behaviors Initiative, you can go to their website at ccscenter.org. And to learn more about the WRAP before and after school program, you can visit the website at lawndalesd.net and click on the Schools tab. From all of us here at Lawndale Lifestyle, I'm your host, Christine Bou Sleiman, and we'll see you next time.